Hey guys, Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve. Woo. How are you? I am doing great. I am getting things done and my brand new desk just showed up. That's why I was a minute late. I was trying to drag it in from outside. Super excited. So I'm going to have my workspace a little bit more accessible. So I'm super excited. Thank you for Christmas money. All right. Well, it's so good to see you again. This is Tarot at 12. We do free tarot readings here. This is a live show. Donations do take priority, so donation questions will be read first and are guaranteed. I do select random freebies in the absence of donations. So let's see what we've got. Say hello, Yatsna, I'm saying it wrong. I know I am, honey, and I'm sure it sounds beautiful when it's said correctly. I hope I'm saying it right. Jamie Lee, thank you for your donation. And Jane J, my dear, how are you? Excuse me, wow. Julie, how you doing, Julie? All right, so let us get going. Today I have the In-Between Tarot set out. Whoa, it is so freaking awesome that I can hardly stand it. I may break this one out today. I think I will, but this is one of my newer ones. Super cool. It talks about what happens in between cards. So like, for example, here's the Four of Swords. So it talks about the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords, and then the imagery matches. It is like unbelievably cool. So this is my favorite. Look at that. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, friends, let's see what is up. Okay, it looks like we have some donations. Jamie Lee, you are up first, my dear. Thank you so much. And then we have 2 donations from Julie. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's see, Jamie. I want to ask if I'll still be successful if I quit school or if I should just press on. You're left with 4 months to getting your degree, but it's not something I want to do as a career. It's really tough doing something I don't like just for the grades. 4 months. 4 months, honey. You've worked hard for 4 months. I totally get it. I'll tell you what, I have a bachelor's degree. I graduated with my degree in psychology, and I ended up working in sales. So, you know, sometimes you don't end up doing what you did, but having that degree just sets you apart, you know. Like, oh, I got a quick story. Before I went to college, I was like, I don't even know. I started college when I was 20. So say I was like 19, I don't know. And I was working full-time for an orthodontist, and I was an orthodontic assistant. Well, to make a long story short, they had a really hard time keeping employees, and I was the only one who ever was still there. So I learned how to do all the different roles, and I trained all the different people. That makes me seem like I'm pretty cool, right? I'm number one, right? Well, they hired a new person yet again, and I'm training her, and she was an older lady. She's probably like my age now, but at the time she seemed old. And her husband had just died, and she was going back to work for the first time in 20 years. And I said, oh yeah. And she told, I said, well, somehow it came up what she made an hour, and she made more than me. I don't remember now what it was, $1 more, $2 more, $5. I don't remember, but it was more. And then I said, oh, well, did you go and get some medical training or dental training? And she's like, well, I almost have my associate's degree. I said, oh, were you doing dental? And she goes, no, it's in math. So she had an associate's degree, or she almost had it, or she just got it. I don't remember, or had it. I don't remember. But it was in math. And that made her have that advantage. And that's what made me go to college, because I was like, fuck that. Somebody is not going to make more money than me just because they have a piece of paper. I realize getting a degree is more than a piece of paper. I mean, trust me, I have my 4-year degree. My daughter's in grad school. So I definitely appreciate education. So I'm not trying to poo-poo it. But in the workforce, it does make a difference. So keep that in mind, my friend. Let's see what else you got. Let's see what the cards are. Let's see what the cards are going to say, though. Hey, Monsi, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Angie R, hello. Nikki, nice to see you. Let's see, what was I doing? Julie's saying a good point here too. Yeah, you can legally ask for money for degrees. So yeah, even when it's an irrelevant major. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not even kidding you. That's what's inspired me to go to school at that time. And I was like, I ended up getting a bachelor's in psychology. But when I started, I said, I'm at least getting my associates. I'm committing to 2 years. And I did gen eds. I didn't even have a major. I did gen eds because I was determined, man. I'm like, man, somebody's not making more. When I had all that experience and I stuck it out, and she was making more than me. Again, remember this, I started college in 1989, so this was a long time ago. But yeah, you've got your master's in education, and now you're a technical recruiter. See? And again, I was not at all trying to diminish, school or how hard it is or the amount of work that goes into it. I didn't mean it that way, but I meant at the time, for me, at 19 years old, I was like, are you kidding me? So let's move on. I used to be a recruiter, as Julie, I've talked to Julie about it. I used to be a technical recruiter. And then I had my own IT firm that I did recruiting. It was called Autumn Staffing. And I did it right as the recession hit in 2008. And it blew it out of the water. We had to close our doors in like 6 months because it was totally no jobs. It was the recession. It was awful. Needless to say, Jamie Lee needs to know what the cards say. So let's shut up, huh? Me. That was to me. I'm a talker. All right, so let's look at Deviant Moon, my friend. We want to see if you will be successful if you quit school. Will Jamie Lee be successful if she quits school, or should she just press on? What do you think, Tarot? What is the message for Jamie Lee? All right, let's see. And you know what? Let's see. I mean, everybody's situation is unique, so I wasn't at all trying to say that I'm in your head or in your life. I know it's unique to each of us, but as somebody who is 51 years old, who has worked in a bazillion jobs and was a job recruiter, I would say, my opinion, my advice would be, you're almost there, man. You're almost there. And then you got your degree, and then you're going to use that no matter what field you're in. All right, let's see. Queen of Wands. Oh boy. Okay, so we're wondering if you'll still be successful if you quit school, or if you should just press on. You know what we could do too? And before I flip these over, I want to do a throwdown really quick for school and no school. And we'll see what those are in 1 second. We're going to do school and no school. All right, no school gets your wishes fulfilled. That's interesting. And the Tower is all about kind of rebuilding and going through. Now, this sounds like how you're feeling, right? Look at that. I mean, well, I hope there's not an alien at your house, but this sounds a little bit like how you're feeling, The Tower is a kind of cool card, though, because it talks about sort of rebuilding. I know you don't need to rebuild per se, but you're feeling like, you don't like this field. You're tired, probably, I'm sure. Whereas when I said no school, we got wishes fulfilled, which is, it talks about, wishes fulfilled. It talks about not abandoning your dreams. Is there something else that you kind of wanted to be doing that you're not because you're in school and you're unable to? Maybe you have another dream, huh? Okay, so this is, should you go to school or just press on? Okay, well, the Queen of Wands energy is our energy for this. Now, we threw down 2 cards, and it looked like not school was looking a little more favorable in our throwdown. But in our spread, we have our Queen of Wands. This is somebody who really has it together. This is talking about somebody who's very organized, somebody who is very powerful, charismatic, someone who knows how to get the job done, kind of thing. So that could go either way. So let's see what this is, okay? We got our Page of Wands to start it off. Pages are always about new information, new messages. The Wands is about growth and effort. Now look at, this guy's on stilts. He's like trying to get through. He's just trying to, I almost want to use the word press on, but I won't, because that's literally what you said. But, You're not happy doing what you're doing. The Ace of Cups is saying, you know what? Here is a new opportunity to really feel that emotional connection. Ace of Cups is a good card to show up in a romance question, but it doesn't always have to imply romance. Cups is love and emotion. So any kind of emotional, feel-good type of feeling, that is what is coming. It's coming. It's leading right into this, right? Look, he's coming into that. He's almost running away. They're going together, right? And they're going over to her, right? So this is talking about rising above, keep persevering. And I don't mean to say that because that's what I was saying, but I mean, that's what it is. So I can't not say it. And then here, now this is that thing about doing what makes you happy. And clearly you're not happy. The Wheel of Fortune follows up to give you a little bit more. This talks about, short-term work. It talks about sometimes getting an upturn in your fortunes, so things are going well. It could be a short-term work kind of situation. Have you experienced that lately? Let me look at the bottom here and see if you're saying anything. You don't have time for anything else because of school, you're saying. Okay, well, that could be part of it too. But see, this to me, now I got to make sure I'm not entering my own thoughts into it. So, because I'm thinking you should stay just because you're so freaking close, man. You worked so hard. 4 months, it's stupid Corona anyway, so nothing's going on. You'd be done by April, May. Oh, you'd be done. All this work. You don't want to lose that, even if it's just to say, I want this under my, in my resume, All right, so clear it up for me, Tarot. This can talk about learning from past mistakes too. So we did these. Let me put them back out so we don't lose track of where we are. This change, rebuilding, school. What does this mean? What does it mean? Rebuilding school. That's all about taking a new journey. That's all about starting out, planning where you want to go for the rest of your life, the rest of your journey, your next chapter, that kind of a thing. Here we've got the World, the wishes fulfilled. This was on no school. Let's find out what that is. Being kept out. All right, honey. This is definitely making sense now. Okay. So here again, persevering, finding what you love to do, but don't repeat past mistakes. You're wanting to be the Queen of Wands because that's the one who's got it all going on. Well, that is wonderful, but that didn't really tell us which, So what we did was we did throwdowns, right? So we said school, no school. This starts off with Tower saying rebuild, kind of rise up from, the crumbled tower that fell and rebuild. Rebuild for what? Rebuild to go out and start a brand new open field, right? That's school. No school. Wishes fulfilled. Guess what? It would feel better, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. You wouldn't have to do it anymore. But if you don't go to school, you'll feel better initially because you're not having to do it. But look at that. You got the 5 of Pentacles. You're being shut out. You're not going to be able to get some jobs, maybe. People aren't going to even maybe consider you. Look at, they're being kept out. She's like, hey, that weird deviant moon person is like, let me in. And the eyeball's like, nope, you don't have your degree. Nope. Hey, I worked. I do all this great stuff. Nope, you don't have your degree. You see it? Do you see it? You're not doing well because you're not very motivated. I get it. It's called senioritis, my dear. You've got senioritis. You've got senioritis. You know what? You have to set your short-term goals and focus on only those. Don't look at it as 4 months. Look at it as, I got to get through this month. I got to get through this class. I got to get through this week, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? You don't look at the big thing like, oh my God, I got to do 4 more months of this crap. I don't even like it. And I'm tired. I can't. Yeah, that's all true. I'm not saying it's not, but don't focus on that big thing. Take a little thing. It's easier to handle a little thing than the big thing, right? Oh, Jamie Lee, good luck, honey. I know how you're feeling. I started to get my master's. My kids were little. They were still little enough to be going trick-or-treating. I can't remember how old. But anyway, I was only able to do 1 class because it kicked my ass. I couldn't do it. And work full-time and be a single mom, I was just blown. I had no time. I couldn't do it. So I totally get it. All right, Julie. How are you, Julie? Thank you for your donations. All right, and after Julie, it doesn't look like we have any other donations, so we'll be picking some freebies unless donations come in. All right, so what lessons am I meant to learn from my connection with Mike? Ooh, I like it the way you stated that too. That was really good. All right, so what lessons? We're going to use the Everyday Witch because it's one of my faves, and we're going to see what is up. Goddess Love, hello and welcome. And thank you. Goddess Love says she loves my energy. Thank you. Yeah, we have fun here, don't we, guys? I do. I do. All right, let's see. What it is Julie meant to know? What is she supposed to be learning from this connection with Mike? All right, what are you supposed to be learning about this? I'm telling you, Julie, everything is, and all of you, and myself. When I say things to you guys, I hope you know I'm reminding myself or telling myself because I need to hear it too. I'm not trying to act like, guess what, I'm the boss and I'm telling you things. I don't mean it like that at all. But now I forgot my what I was even going to say about that. What was I going to say? Oh, I know that everything is a blessing or a lesson. Everything that happens to us, correct? Yes, it is. Think about it. All right, ready? Let's go. All right, we got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so what are you supposed to be learning? This Knight of Swords, this pops up when we're dealing with something that's super exciting that we want to run in because we're really, it's exciting, it's fun, we're thriving off of it, but it doesn't really end up going places because it's unorganized, it's not planned. Look at our dude here. He is flying off. He's got a sword. He's like ready to go, super excited. Let's go. Look at the cat. He's like, oh my God. But he wasn't even planning it because look at, he flew up on his broom and now he's in a flock of birds and he's like not doing anything. He's just super excited. So let's see what these are. But right off the bat, this is telling me what it comes to mind is the lesson might be to not again, I don't want to say never be excited because that sucks. Who would want to go through life never being excited? Nobody. So it's not to say that, but it's to say don't let the horse, what do you call that? Don't get the cart in front of the horse. That's the story or the saying. Ooh, okay. Let's see what this says. All right. So what is the lesson? Oh, you've got so many good things. All right. So I can see right here, you are wanting to make a relationship. That is your goal. I mean, ultimately, look at this. We've got our Nine of Pentacles and the Empress right next to each other. They are different cards, obviously, but look at the backgrounds. Doesn't it look like this is exactly the tree in the background that this lady has, except for she's got pentacles on it? Look at that. Look at that. Well, our Nine of Pentacles is the success card. This is about saying, I have what I need. Look at her. She's sitting there with her wine and her book and this little garden and of everything being fabulous, right? So she's got what she needs. This is telling you that you, if you don't already know this, you need to know this. And if you do know this, then you need to remind yourself, everything you need is within you. It is within you. Other people are here and we walk hand in hand with them. They add to our existence, our happiness, and all those things. But and we're humans. Humans pair off. I mean, we're a social interaction type of people, or race. I don't know what. But we don't have to be with somebody though. I mean, we're not going to die, right? We would be perfectly able to live. Now, do we want to be with somebody instead? Well, yeah, but do we need to? No, we don't. So I'm not suggesting that you should just accept, okay, I just have myself and screw everybody else. I don't mean that, but I mean, you have to feel confident and secure that you've got it all. You've got everything you need, and other people are just, they add to our happiness. They add to our fulfillment, our successes and stuff like that. But we don't need them. We don't need them. And this talks about being excited and running in. So this could be saying, be watchful if you're running in excited, because the Empress is saying that you might want to guard against assuming that, yeah, I don't know, honey. Are you, I don't want to read in between the lines too much, but I'm thinking that maybe are you one of those people who perhaps says, you know what, I am just so hell-bent on getting into a relationship, or I want to be married by a certain time, or I want to have a baby by a certain time. Yeah, you know, and I'm not saying that that's not right to set goals and to want those things, but is that your focus? Because what this is saying is that is awesome, and that's a great goal, and that's a wonderful thing to want, but we can't just run in excited. Perhaps we are attaching things to people that they don't deserve or that they haven't earned. Maybe you've given Mike more credit than he deserves. Maybe you've got your relationship goggles on. Do you remember what I told you guys about what the goggles are? You're wearing these goggles, and then all you see, you're seeing everything through the goggles. The relationship goggles, you know, you've got roses in there and stars and everything looks good, you know. So sometimes we are getting ourselves the cart before the horse when somebody didn't earn that. They didn't earn it, and we're okay. We want something more, but we're okay, right? And then here's you, 9 of Wands. This is definitely kind of like following through. This talks about somebody who is waiting for the right one. This is the message for you, honey. You're supposed to be waiting for the right one. The excitement is fun and the excitement is fine, but you can't just be fueled off of excitement, because that's not, you're not going to get anywhere then. You know, I always think of like, blah, like a clown, blah, you know, getting all excited. You're not going to get anywhere. Yeah, you're happy, but wow, it's not going to go anywhere. And this is the one. I mean, look how similar. You know, this is the one, this is where you're going. This is what you're able to achieve. That happiness, that success. This is the family, the baby, all of it. And look at, they're almost like sisters in the cards. If they were all connected here, it would look like one seamless card almost, wouldn't it? There it is. That's what you want. You're excited to get it. You meet somebody, they meet your needs, they seem that you're attracted to them. And then you go into it maybe with that, maybe not thinking. I mean, who knows? And then this is saying, don't give up. Don't, you know, this is about being patient, standing your ground, and, you know, waiting for the right one instead of just hoping someone is the right one and they're going to start to fit the mold. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see what our cut card is. Boom. All right, Page of Wands. See, this is it again. You can have so much more. The page is all about new things, starting, new information, new messages. If you think of the court, the page is the first one. It goes page, knight, queen, king. So he is the first one in the journey. Like, he's like, all right, I know what to do, and I'm going to go do it. Look at the cat's walking away like, all right, come on, let's go. And, you know, this is all about confidence for you. You know, you got to remember, you got to have that confidence. And I'm not saying you're not confident. I'm just saying that's really important. So, you know, kind of look at that and make sure that you are feeling confident. This says you've got everything you need right there already. And I don't see anybody there. I don't see Mike. I don't see Joe Blow. I don't see anybody. I see nobody. And that doesn't mean you're not going to be with somebody. Don't get me wrong. What I'm talking about is success and being surrounded by your small paradise. You're able to, you don't need anybody else to do that. So don't be looking for somebody with this in mind as your goal, meaning like you fit the mold, you're a puzzle piece and I can stick you in here and there you go. You got to have the right one. This is what's waiting. Don't just assume somebody's right because you're the Knight of Swords and you're super excited and you're attracted, you're having fun, whatever. People have to earn it from you. They have to earn it, and then you'll see your path. So if Mike is still here and wanting to be part of it and earning earning you, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Well, then great. Maybe some of this other crap can go to bed. I still think, and I didn't see it in this one, but I still think that Mike has those feelings. I just think he's selfish, and very wrapped up in his own stuff. But like I said last time, this is the preview to the movie. I'd be throwing my popcorn at the screen. And I know what it's like, too, to be in a physical relationship only and wanting it to be more. I know exactly how that is. All right, let's get to your second question while I'm going off on a tirade. I'm sorry. Does Mike only want to keep our connection on the physical level, or does he want more with me in the future? All right. Mike, oh, Mike. My husband's name is Mike. I think I told you that. And my son. Let's use Edgar Allan Poe. All right. I didn't mean to get preachy. I just, you know, you guys are younger than me. I'm not super old, but I'm 51. I've been married 3 times with, I've actually been married 4 times with 3 husbands. I married my first husband twice. And then I had a midlife crisis marriage. And then I have my current marriage with my lifelong partner now. We're good. It took me a long time to work it out. Anyway, you guys are younger than me, and sometimes I know it sounds like, oh God, and roll your eyes. Oh yeah, you have experience, blah blah. I would never have believed it until I got to this age myself. It is true. I have gone through a lot of the same things, and a lot of times we just have to go through it ourselves anyway. It wouldn't matter what anybody tells us. We got to learn it for ourselves sometimes. So please never think I'm being preachy. Okay. So Mike, are you only wanting to do this on a physical level, or do you want more? You know what, Mike, this is hinging on you. Julie is getting ready to bounce. She is getting ready to take her Queen of Wands card and go elsewhere. She's going to be the Page of Wands and walk down that path with her kitty. Ready? Go. Now, Knight of Wands. Now, I don't know why the artist, it's Edgar Allan Poe, so clearly that's why theme, but Knight of Wands looks like a scary looking gorilla there, but it is not a bad card at all. The Knight of Wands, he's like the go get it guy. He's like the saying, go get it. He's making a mess. So look at the symbolism here with this artwork. Making a mess while he's doing it, isn't he? Mm-hmm. He's making a mess right now with you, right? But he wants to go get it, but he's making a mess. So let's see what he wants. Does he just want physical, or what is the deal here? Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, okay. So Knight of Wands energy is going to apply to each of these cards. The go get it card, and in this case, I want to go get it, but I'm making a huge mess while I'm trying to. And you put that on our Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about wanting the traditional things, the ritualistic things. Sometimes it's a religious kind of thing, but it's about tradition, about ceremony, about things like that. So you know what? This is popping in because you want marriage. I know that's part of it. But what we're seeing right after that, this is Mike. He's the one, let's go get it. He wants to go get it. I think Mike wants that too, ultimately. I don't think that that's not what he wants. But I think here with our magician right here, the magician is saying, you know what? We can create things. We can do new things. We're pulling we're going to start new seeds and all that. I think what happened is Mike got a little taste of the devil. We got the devil card. Now, the devil is not evil. It is not the real devil or anything crazy like that. It is talking about, you know, somebody who obviously wants to be in charge, somebody who's kind of selfish, thinking about themselves. It's also thinking, you can always think of the devil card like with think about it in terms of like an addiction. I'm not saying Mike has an addiction, but think about that, the devil, you know, like, oh my God, like think of smoking. Oh my God, I need a cigarette. Oh my God, I need a cigarette. It's because it's addictive, right? And when you were first a young kid, or however old you are, when you started, you'd be like, they look great. They look cool. All the cool kids are doing it. But it was just the devil going, hey, 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 come here, right? So I think what has happened is he feels very comfortable with you. He feels very comfortable. He doesn't feel like, you know, it's up. He thinks it's up to him. You're the doll on the shelf. He can take you down and play with you. And then when he's done, he can put you back up on the shelf and he knows you'll be there. And he can do whatever the hell he wants. I'm going to work. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to do that. You know, that's him. He wants to get it. He wants to do it. He likes it. He ultimately wants that traditional way, but he's just having fun creating things for himself. And I say that because the magician is followed by the devil. All right, so let us see what is on the cut card. This is our outcome energy. Ready? Go. 3 of Swords. All right, so this is kind of like the death of an idea, the death of something greatly held. Yeah, Julie. This is kind of saying I'm thinking He is enjoying the intimacy. He wants a relationship and this marriage, but now he's just on fire. I mean, look at him. He's like, look at the magician's table there. It's on fire. He's like, I'm starting with swords, cups, pentacles, wands, and blah, 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 blah. I can do anything. And here's my intimacy. Here's my physical component. Yeah, I like it. Here's him. I do want to move forward and get to the Hierophant and do this tradition. But I'm making a mess out of everything, aren't I? Yes, you are, Knight of Wands, you gorilla man. And then here is what's happening. If something doesn't change, and you know, energy's always moving, guys. It's always swirling. We all have free will, and we can all change the direction of energy. But unless something changes, it's looking like Three of Swords energy for your outcome. That's kind of like the broken heart card. So, you know, it doesn't mean, okay, Mike's going to leave you, but I feel like you're going to be continuing to be disappointed. I just feel like you're going to be disappointed unless he can get rid of this, which how many chances, how much time? I mean, what do you need to do? Well, coming from me, now this is not from the cards, this is from me. I would say, you know what, if you're having a hard time making a decision, you know what I do? I say, you know what? I am going to make a decision. Guess what my decision is? Not to make a decision right now. And then that's okay. And play it by ear. See how it goes. Think about, instead of thinking about him or maybe what you want or what you could have, start thinking about what you want for you. Start thinking about something else. Change the subject in your head. Imagine your brain and your thoughts are like a radio tower, and you've got a radio dial from the old radios, you know, and you got to just tune it in to something different, because that is not serving you. Oh, Julie, I'm sorry, honey. I still think he wants you. I think he likes you. I think he ultimately wants a relationship, but I don't know, man. I don't think he's got it in him right now. I think he's having fun with the intimacy. I think that Devil card is out for a reason. All right, honey. I hope that helped. I'm sorry. I'm sure that wasn't what you wanted to hear. All right. So Nikki is up next. Hello, Nikki. Go ahead and write your question there for me. And then we have Butterfly B, who is beautiful, right? Did I see Ava Hain? I did. Hi, Ava, honey. How are you? And Kathleen, how are you? I'm so glad you caught me too. All right. We've got Dr. Victor. Hello. We have L. Bennett. Sorry. Martin, how you doing? You've seen 6 more rainbows. There is something happening for you, man. Where are you in the world? You aren't in the U.S. I know that, but I can't remember where you are. The only reason I ask, I'm in Illinois, which is in the U.S., which is in the middle of the country, in the Midwest, and it is cold now, and we wouldn't see a rainbow until spring. Now it's like no rainbows at all. All right. Nikki, what should I do about Jordan? You're in Cornwall. England? Is that England? Excuse my ignorance. I think that's England. Sounds like an English thing to me. I wish I were in England. Jordan. What deck do I want? Ooh, I want the Crow Tarot. That's what I want for you, Nikki. All right. Nikki wants to know, what should Nikki do about Jordan? Please give us a clue. Give us some insight. Let us know what we're going to do. Oh, you're welcome, Julie. No, I like the enthusiasm, but I'm Bennett. But it is Bennett. I was like, Bennett, didn't I? Are you in the U.S.? I always feel like I have such a flat Midwestern American accent that it is like not very fancy, or I don't know. I wish I had an English accent. I've been watching Martin, I've been watching stuff about the royals, not just the current royal family, but like in the past, you know, like when oh God, I can't even remember. I've been watching them so much now. I've been binging them. Super cool. The Queen Mom. I watched the whole hour one about her last night. All right. You are too, Elle. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. You and Martin, I don't know, anybody else here might be from England as well. You guys are, I wish I were there with you. I'm so jealous of people who live in England. Not only because of your beautiful accent, but just because of the history and the, just everybody in England seems super nice. I'm like, what happened, man? What happened here? All right, ready? I'm nice. All right, Jordan, what are we going to do about you? We've got our Page of Wands to kick it off. This is the energy card, so this applies to all of these. Our Page of Wands is a go-getter. This is the go-get-'em court. The page is saying, all right, I have what I need to get started. I'm trying to learn what's going to happen. I'm kind of taking those first steps. And I'm ready to get going. Look, he's not jumping off yet. He's starting to fly through like, caw, caw, here I come, everybody. I've got my wand. So it's like that new thing. And then it goes to knight and then queen and then king. The page is the first one in the court. So it's an inexperienced kind of thing. So what should you do about him? Oh boy, you have got some good cards here, my dear. If you're wanting to be with Jordan, what should you do? Jordan, it looks like in the end, our last card here is the Nine of Cups. This is about personal satisfaction in relationships. So what I'm going to say, and the reason I read the end one first is because I wanted to make sure that you understand that this is ultimately saying things might go well with Jordan. What you are supposed to do, it's looking like we got Temperance. This is looking like you're supposed to, try to get things back in harmony. This says accept what can't be changed and let old resentments go. Let things go. Are you two together, or are you not together and you're trying to decide who to pursue, or what? Are you guys already in a relationship? That will change, or at least affect how I want to say this. Let me know. Let me know. And while you're doing that, Martin, I see that you're saying the UK royals are totally evil people. Well, I will say I don't know enough, but I can see why you say that, and I just find it fascinating. Fascinating. Like I was reading about King Henry VIII and beheading his wives, and I just I've been reading in all kinds of stuff. Okay, you're not together, but you were, then this is why this one is popping up. That's why I asked, because this seems like one that would pop up if you had an issue together, because this says accept what can't be changed, let old resentments go. You got to get back to that balance, to that harmony. Do you see that? Okay, so you were, wait, let me see, what are you saying here? Oh, that's not you. Okay. All right. So next is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card that is good for long-term relationships. So, it's asking you to let go of some of those things that, and I don't know why you're not together. Maybe things didn't work out. Let me see. Let me see what you said here. I'm totally losing my place, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Give me a sec. Why can't I find it? Okay, well, anyway, this is all about not repeating past mistakes. It talks about the cycle of life kind of rolling through up and down. So things that ended come around and start again. This is sometimes the get back together scenario, and then we end up here with the satisfaction in personal relationships. Let's see. And then this is the let's go get it card. So this means let's start in the journey. Let's do this. Let's get it. This is saying don't repeat past mistakes. You got to let go of some past resentments, and then things are going to get back into harmony. And then you're going to be able to step off into a new jumping off point. Big miscommunication, and he has ghosted me, but we have a 3-month-old. Well, she's Louise. Then he is definitely needs to, he's maybe got to let go of some resentments too, doesn't he? But the Wheel of Fortune says that it always is turning, and it'll always turn back around. And this is the personal satisfaction in relationships. That's a good ending for that. First, let's look at our outcome card. Okay, it's starting out and starting out a new journey and deciding where to go. It's like saying, I have all my things together and I'm ready to go out and start anew. Let's see what that means. Does that mean you should move on? It looks like things are coming together, but let's see. Let's see what this one is. Let's clarify it, and then we're going to Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, I think I know what this is. Let me just see. Oh my God, we got the Devil again. Okay, yeah, hon. This is saying that you should be focusing on yourself because we've got the Devil card. The Devil card is sometimes somebody who wants to be the boss, somebody who wants to be controlling, somebody who wants to be the dominant one in the relationship, somebody who's not willing to bend, somebody who tries to emotionally blackmail you, stuff like that. That is what our Devil is about. Before the Devil, that was the last one we got. Remember, we had our starting out on a new journey to be like the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is awesome. She can get everything done. She can do yoga in the morning, run 10 miles, take care of the kids, go to work, make money, go buy a new car, and come home and have a party with her friends. I mean, everybody loves her. She can do it all, right? You start the new journey without the dead weight. There you go. The dead weight, who's that? The Devil. So I think what it's saying, honey, Jordan, I do think it can come back around. I don't think that's an issue. You need to let some things go. However, I think what this is saying is your better bet is probably to move on because it's going to repeat. It might repeat. Nikki. I don't know. It's hard when we got a Devil type of personality because that's the whole reason they're the Devil. They kind of trick you into it and you don't see it. You don't see it. And sometimes they're not even doing it on purpose. It's just the way they are. So I hope that helped, Nikki. All right. Butterfly, how are you? We've got Butterfly, then we have Liz, and then we have Cake. Thank you, Liz and Cake. And how are you both? I didn't even see you come in. You're welcome, Nikki. I hope that helped. Time to move on. That's it looks like you have a chance to get it back, but you got to be careful what you ask for sometimes. You know, that's the one lesson I've learned. Be careful what you ask for. You might get it. All right, Butterfly. Let's see where your question is. Butterfly. I see Jane was talking to you. Oh, here it is. I found it. Will H return to K? Let's find out. Will H return to K? Let's use steampunk. Let's use our steampunk tarot. Will H return to K? Will H return to K? Will H return to K? Okay. Let's see what we've got. Here's our energy card. And this is our spread. Okie dokie. Ready? Queen of Wands. We keep getting the Queen of Wands all the time. Wow. Got the Queen of Wands again. All right. Like I was just saying, if you heard me describing the Queen of Wands, she's awesome. She can get it all done and then ask what else needs to be done. She is friendly, charming. Everybody loves her. Everything she does is successful. She's awesome, right? And also she has a cool hat, right? So, yeah. Now, court cards are oftentimes personality types. A lot of times most of the time, but sometimes they can be events. We got the Devil again. Another deck, another question, another shuffle, and we keep getting these too. What is up? Okay. So, is H going to return to K? Well, we got to figure out who's the Queen of Wands here, or maybe this is the energy, you know. We got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is all about there has to be winners and losers. Somebody loses if somebody wins, and that's just kind of the way it goes. Five of Swords sounds kind of like a no. The Devil kind of sounds like a no. The Devil is, again, not evil. Nobody worry. It is talking, though, about somebody who is very kind of, somebody's kind of selfish. Somebody is only really concerned about maybe having fun, or maybe themselves, or, or maybe they're just mean. Somebody's not exactly very nice, and they're not nice to the person who is the Queen of Wands. That's it. The Queen of Wands. So I don't know. H returned to K. I don't know who did it, who caused it, who decided it, but one of them seems to be really with the right intentions and feeling good, and the other one is more of a selfish type of thing. We've got the Hermit on the end, and the Hermit implies solitude. It implies being, kind of, this is a wise guy. He's not just sitting there alone in his closet with the light off. He is ready to kind of think, all right, I got to take all this in. I got to see what I can learn from this. So, and get back to being the Queen of Wands, right? Now, queens don't have to be girls. They can be guys. It just has a stronger feminine energy in it. We all have male and female energy in us. Think of the yin and yang. So it just has a stronger feminine component. But this, I don't know if H or K, either one of them is male or female. But somebody else is, the loser, winner, loser. That's a breakup card, or a maybe not even a breakup, but like I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. The Devil says the same thing, and then here we've got somebody thinking about it and saying, I'm on my own. I'm gonna kind of pull back. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on with our cut card. This is our outcome energy. The Lovers. Ooh, okay, interesting. We've got some bad news going on, right? And then we've got some thinking, self-reflecting, pulling back, being alone, and figuring it out. And then it ends being the Lovers. Holy shit. All right, what I'm going to say here is that looks like a get back together. This looks, maybe this was the argument, maybe this was the whatever it was that broke them apart, or made them not be able to see each other. Somebody's still, I'm sticking with that. Somebody is still selfish, and somebody's the Queen of Wands. And somebody had to think about it, has to think about it. So H, I'm sure, how to return to K, maybe. And then we've got our Lovers, meaning they do. Now, is this a situation like I was just saying to Julie? If you heard that, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. It looks like it might come together, but somebody's selfish. It's just going to repeat. I'm sorry, it'll repeat. Let's see. Is this is it going to repeat? Let's just see that. Is it going to repeat? King of Cups. All right. So this is somebody who does not like to be criticized, does not like emotional kind of stuff going on, backs away a little bit, loves everybody, but doesn't want to be emotionally kind of attached to things, so that he doesn't get his heart broken. And then we have Nine of Cups, which is the personal relationships. Okay. So, you know what? I still think it is going to be one of those situations that you got to be careful what you ask for, but I do think it turns around. As far as being separate, this is why it's so important to pull a couple cards sometimes, because if I would have just seen this, I would have said probably not. But then when they got that as our outcome, King of Cups and the personal satisfaction, I do think that, yes, there will be a return. But again, you got to be careful what you ask for, my friend. Yeah. Faux show. All right, Butterfly. I hope that helped. All right. So now we have Liz. Thank you for your donation, Butterfly, and thank you for your patience, too. I know sometimes it feels like a lot of patience is required, huh? All right. Judith, hello, welcome. Welcome to the show. Isn't that a Pink Floyd song? Jaded Kate is my music partner there, helping me think of songs. Like yesterday, we were talking about ABBA. She's not here today. All right, Liz, I'm just going to wait for your question here. We've got Liz, and then we have Kate Robinson up next, and the beautiful Jane J. Thank you so much. She's got the list right up there. All right, you're welcome, Butterfly. Yeah, if you guys donate, please write donated in the chat because that helps us. Jane J is trying to keep it organized for me, and it helps because I have to cross-reference with PayPal, and PayPal names are different a lot of times. So it's hard, but we work through it. All right, so okay, I see it. Will Ray end up with C? Okay, let's find out. Will Ray end up with C? We're going to do it, Liz. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. The In-Between Tarot. You, Liz, are my first reading with my new deck. Bum, bum, bum. You're like, what do I get? A prize? No, you get the honor. This is my new deck from Christmas. Oh my God, it is gorgeous. I am blown away by it. I've been fooling around with it myself, but I haven't done a reading yet with it, so this will be my first one. Liz, will Ray end up with C? Please let us know. Oh my, that was a great shuffle too. Ooh, more points for the in-between. Okay, so let's find out what we've got. There's our energy. There's our spread. Okay. I'm going to pull my sleeves up. There we go. All right. So our energy card. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, we got the Tower. All right. So the Tower. Will Ray end up with C? We got to see what these are, of course, but the Tower is all about a big change. It's talking about rebuilding things. Now, I don't know if Ray and C were together at some point, or if they weren't, or if they're just, hopeful, or what's going on with that. But the big change kind of it's going into the Star. Remember, this is in-between tarot. The Tower and the Star are in sequence, and this card is to represent what happens in between. The Star is all about kind of being guided and kind of like that recognition card, like a star, like a movie star. You're seeing them like a star, and rebuilding and things changing. So right off the bat, this one looks like a yeah, but we got to see what these are. It can change depending on what the other cards around it are doing. Oh my God, I love this deck so much that I'm about ready to cry because I love it. Okay, so the Tower is the big change and rebuilding and kind of recognizing somebody, a standout person. We've got our Hermit again. Wow, we keep getting a lot of the same cards for you guys. It is probably the energy of the day. It must be. I don't know. But we've got our Hermit. Now, our Hermit talks about kind of needing some time and, space, taking kind of like a step back from situations, stuff like that. It's somebody who might need some time and some space. Now, the rebuilding card, and there's our rebuild and our acknowledgement of somebody. So Ray or C, right? And somebody, though, needs to be thinking about it. Somebody's not ready maybe for that. Here we've got our Knight of Swords. Our Knight of Swords is the excitement card. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm going to run in and I'm going to get things done. But this person, this is somebody, though, who has a bit of a crabbiness to them. This is our Knight of Swords in between, which means the Knight and the Queen combo. Queen of Swords is a bit of a, she tells it like it is. She is a little bit of a bitch when she wants to be. Now, again, knights and queens, we can be talking about girls, guys, it doesn't matter. But a knight usually has a little bit more of a masculine energy, like a let's go get it, let's go do this. I want to go make this happen. The swords are always super excited, but they're just very disorganized and don't really have a plan. And this dude's angry. So someone's angry, wanting to fix things. Someone's doing it from the wrong perspective, not in a perspective of let's make this work and let's learn from our mistakes. It's you do this and I'll be okay, or you don't do that and I'll be all right. Again, putting the power on somebody else and not taking responsibility maybe for that, whatever it was, whatever's happening, whatever is taking them away from each other or keeping them apart, Yeah. Seven of Swords is next. We have another Swords here. This talks about leaving something behind. This talks about, oftentimes the Seven of Swords is the cheater's card. Not always, but a lot of times it's somebody who, is pursuing their own things and perfectly capable of leaving the other people behind because they're excited about something. So let me see. You're just friends. Okay, so were they going to end up together? Somebody wants it. Somebody wants it. Somebody wants it. And the reason I asked if they were together, I'm getting a lot of rebuilding stuff. Rebuilding, thinking about it. I'm excited. And then we got our walking away card. Let's do an outcome. Right now, I'm thinking this is a no. Okay, thinking it's a no. But let's just see. Will they end up together? They're just friends? Go. Eight of Wands, nope, they will not. Our Eight of Wands talks about some speedy delivery, things coming quickly, changes, brace for change. But it is also the in-between deck, remember. So it's between the 8 and the 9. Our Nine of Wands is also about being cautious, just kind of sitting back and, look at, she's got it all blocked off. She's like, I'm not going to let anybody else in. I don't know if C or M, or Ray, would be, but yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening. I really had the impression that they had a problem, like they broke up, because the rebuilding certainly came in strong. I just think, let's do a throwdown. Are they just friends? I do. I don't think that they're going to end up together with this spread. Four of Coins. That's no, yeah, they're just friends. This is the Four of Coins is talking about holding it in tight, not giving it up, not giving it up. Yeah, I definitely think that this is indicating no, they are not going to. Yeah, they're not going to. I don't think so. You're saying Ray really wants it, but Cindy can be grudgeful. There you go. If somebody's, yeah. Somebody that makes total sense. The Knight of Swords, yeah. Is Ray going to be disappointed? Is Ray going to be disappointed? Is Ray going to be disappointed? The High Priestess. All right, the High Priestess says value your own company. Value your own company. So, yeah. So I don't think they're going to be together, at least the way the energy looks right now. Somebody wanted to be kind of taking a step back, and somebody is really kind of being, bitchy. That's the only thing I could think of. Bitchy and excited, but fueled off of the annoyed, bitchy feeling, not fueled off the excitement like, this is going to be great. No, fueled off of the I'm pissed kind of vibe. Like that vibe, you know what I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that works out. Excuse me. I hope that works out, Liz. All right, Cake. Now, we are going to go ahead and we are going to be closing it down. This show is ending in about 2 minutes. Of course, I will be reading my last donation. It looks like is Cake. Let me double check. So don't panic. If you donated, I'll look again. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up there so that anybody new does not get confused. So let us see. Yeah, Liz, true. All right, Cake Robinson, thank you so much. Oh, and Angie R, I'm seeing you popping in. Happy, joy. Thank you for your subscription. Let me go back to PayPal. Let me go back. It times out, and then I got to log in, and then I got to do this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll be wrapping it up. We have Cake. So, oh, I see it. I didn't see it before. Thank you. And then we have Angie after this. So, and then that will be the final question for the day. So, lists are now closed. I'm going to write this. I'm just putting that on there. Remember, I am not going to not read your donation question, but that's for new people. All right, Cake. How is Aquarius feeling about me currently, please? Yes, let's see. We're going to use the arc or the Manga. I want to say mango. I always want to, first I want to say arcana, and then I want to say mango, and then I get it right and say manga. So it's almost like comical. I just can't say it. And now that I told that story, though, I'm sure I'll say it right every time. All right, so Aquarius, how are you feeling about cake right now? Aquarius, how are you feeling about cake right now? Okay, such a cute deck. I really love it. The borders were really nice, but I had to cut them because I don't like borders for the most part. So they are a little tinier than they used to be, but they are still super cute. All right, super cute. All right, so let us see what is up with Aquarius. Aquarius, how are you feeling? Ooh, okay, we've got our Seven of Pentacles. Whoop. We've got our Seven of Pentacles. This talks about kind of just being, needing some patience and, having some concerns, having, a little bit of a doubt. This is probably picking up on you, feeling like, all right, I'm not sure. Now, look, he's not freaking out. He's not like crying. He doesn't have his head in his hands. He's just like, all right, I'm waiting, and I'm hoping that more pentacles are going to grow in my garden, right? So that's probably you. Let's see what this is. All right, well, I think things are changing. I'll definitely say that. Things are changing. Here's you. I still think this is you. You're kind of just waiting and wondering and feeling a little bit like, oh, no, what's going on? I mean, obviously, or you wouldn't have asked the question too, but this is what this card is saying. Here we've got our Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles talks about building success off of your past work. It's like going to the next level. Now, I know I should know, but I've forgotten, so please forgive me. I can't remember, if you two were together at some point, or if you are not, or if this is a crush. But this talks about, the reason I say that or even ask is because it talks about building off of past work. So if you were together, then that would make a lot of sense. If you're not together, then we can kind of pull a clarifier on that. Here's the speedy change I was talking about. This talks about bracing for change. This talks about things coming in quickly. This is one. So this is growth and effort. So, it says taking things to the next level kind of movement, not like, oh my God, things are moving fast. I don't know what's going on. No, this is like things are moving fast and it's moving forward in a good direction. Ha. And then we've got our Page of Wands again. With God, we are getting a lot of the same cards today. All right. So Page of Wands, this is the go get it suit. This is the fire, passion, heat, court. The Page of Wands is the beginning of the journey as far as the court cards are concerned. He is the one who says, all right, we're going to go out and do all these great things. How do I start? How do I start? So now I don't know if you guys were together or not, because I will want to pull another one on that. But if you look at our patience and doubts, again, I just think that is you. So I don't even think that needs to be here. I don't see any cups, so I'm not seeing love. But I am seeing that things are needing to are changing and in the direction of wanting to make something happen. But what is this? Why is our work card here? Past work, because we're wanting to know how Aquarius feels about you. Let's see. Boom. Aquarius is feeling very good about you. That's what's happening. The Nine of Pentacles is all about success. Like if you had to write one word to know what it means, you'd literally write success on here. It also talks about kind of being surrounded by your own little paradise, feeling good. There's been some work going on. Did you guys know each other? Have you been talking already? I'm not sure. Okay. So, we need to see, geez, man, that's that work. And I don't know if you guys have been together or not. So I do think things are moving in the right direction. We're going to pull a cut card in a minute. Oh my God. Yeah, they are totally moving in the right direction. Holy crap. We've got our Ten of Cups, and our Ten of Cups is all about that happy, joyful life. That, there's our cups. Remember I said we need some cups, and there's our cups. So, yeah, so it is definitely feeling like things are good. Things are good. I feel like something's going to be happening soon. We got this work card though, and the work, we're talking about success and we're talking about family. Maybe is this talking about things you might have learned from your past relationships? You got to take that in with you. Maybe that means same thing with Aquarius, taking the stuff in with him. Give me one more on that 3 of Cups or 3 of Pentacles. What is the work? What is the past work? I'm not getting it real clear. Nostalgia, past. There's something in the past. You guys aren't, you're saying no. So are you not friends? Well, I'm not sure about that, but something is, the only thing that might have been influencing this move would have been something that happened in the past, some kind of work in some way, something that maybe made you get to the point where you are obviously ready for a relationship, or maybe Aquarius. Maybe it's like personal work that we will have no idea what that would be if it was Aquarius. But if it's you, maybe you can answer that. But we've got 2 cards that say past, that it's from the past. So something is going on there. But I see the fast change coming in, and the Page of Wands is saying, let's do it. Let's go get it. I still think this is you just having a little bit of concern, worried, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And again, I'm going to stress this one, drive it home. Something's coming. Something is changing. Something is coming. You've never been in a relationship. Well, this one is throwing me off, man, for the past. Something in the past is definitely coming through. Something in the past. I don't know what it would be. Give me one more. Come on, give me one more. Clear up that card for me. You got the 10 of Pentacles. Was it a relationship in the past? We got 2 big relationship cards. We got success, we've got the past, and we've got success based off of past work. Something's changing. Something is changing, and there's something about the past that is influencing the move, meaning it's because of the thoughts of the past that are initiating the speedy change. So I don't know. Has your person been doing some work on themselves? Maybe. Yeah. But it looks like the feelings are positive, and I think you can expect a change coming up pretty soon. It's coming soon. This is my mini spread, which is the near future. So therefore, that looks pretty fine. He's ghosted. He ghosted. Well, man, I can see. You're hoping he'd want to. I see that things are changing, though. You've got that 8 of Wands. Something big is changing. Something speedy, delivery, change. Something that held it up. The ghosting. Maybe an old relationship showed back up. That could be it. Trying to get that success, and it didn't work. That could be it. Remember I was saying personal stuff? Well, good luck, honey. I hope it works out. Angie, how are you, Angie? Thank you so much. Will David make any moves or reach out toward me soon? Let us see what we've got. We are going to use the chakra wisdom, another Christmas deck. All right, the one, the in-between that I used earlier and this one were both from my daughter. My daughter is awesome. I've got one more that I got from my mom that I haven't broken out yet on the show, but you'll see it soon. David, are you going to make any moves or reach out toward Angie soon? What is going on, David? Hey, Julie, I see you're back. Yeah, go ahead, Julie. Go ahead. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad that you said that, though, because I was about ready. This was my last one. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Julie's love tea. Yes, you're back, and you did donate. I owe you a question. All right. Julie and Love Tea, you are not done. You guys thought I was leaving, and little did you know you can't get rid of me that easily. We've got Angie up now, and then we're going to go ahead and we've got Love Tea and Julie. Yeah, Love Tea is a carryover from another show where he or she, I can't remember, donated. Okay, wait a minute. I got to focus here. David. Any moves toward Angie? Okay. All right, let us see what we've got. I love the backs of these cards. They're so cool. You can tell they're new. They're kind of stiff. All right. All right, Tower. Again, we keep getting the Tower. What did I say, guys? We're getting all the same cards almost, aren't we? Wow, there's something in the air, man. The energy is popping. All right, so we got the Tower as our primary energy. Again, this will apply to each of our cards. And the Tower. The Tower is all about kind of feeling like an unexpected change is coming. You know, something is coming. This is exactly what we want to see if we're talking about somebody making moves. This is exactly what we would want to see. So let's see what else. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, we ended up with this. Look at that. It's the Ooh La La card. It is the Knight of Cups. I always say it's the Ooh La La because this is somebody who would be your favorite romantic movie star. This is who that is. This is right here. Charming, love, romance, all that good stuff. All right. So you're wanting any moves. This, I'm going to tell you right now, this with the Tower means a big hell yeah. You got some yes, yes, and yes action going on. Our Knight of Swords. Our Knight of Swords talks about it kind of probably being an exciting interaction. Of course it would be, because you're anytime anybody's making a move and you're getting intimate or having a conversation about a relationship or, you know, whatever, of course it's exciting. You're not supposed to not be excited. But what this is saying is, don't just do things based on excitement. Make sure that, you know, you've got your ears on, you've got your brain turned on, that you're not just thinking with your heart. You know, you want somebody to make moves. That will be exciting, of course, yes, but make sure that you've kind of got your in your mind, you've got it all set up. You're paying attention to everything. You're not just thriving on the excitement. Does that make sense? Okay, and then we've got our Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is kind of about not seeing something that's right there. It's like, I'm looking at all these cups and I'm not even going to look at the other one. You know, I'm just not seeing it. So it talks about love and emotion because it is cups. And this, I know exactly what this is. This is your relationship now. You've got cups, and then this would be, you know, wanting, you know, the move, you know, now. You know, so this is probably before you're wanting something new coming. Well, what's new coming? The Knight of Cups. You see that, how the progression. So I'm going to say yes, we got to do an outcome, but the big change is coming. I think you are going to get some kind of reach out, a move. The Knight of Cups mixed with the Tower. I mean, if I only needed those two to really answer the question, but these gave us a little bit more of advice, you know, but oh man, it looks like a big yes. Let's see what our cut card is. We like to always look at the outcome energy with our cut card. Ready? Go. The Moon. Okay, so the outcome card. This is talking about the next phase of your life. This talks about not giving in to like emotional pressure or you know, emotional kind of blackmail, toxicity, you know, all those kinds of things. If you got somebody yakking in your ear telling you that, oh, David's a jerk, or oh, you shouldn't be talking to David, or yeah. You know, you got to let that go. You got to not listen to that. And you just got to know that the next phase of your life is about to start. So you might have some pushback from friends or somebody like that, or, you know, he's no good. You know, he cheated on his last girlfriend, or, you know, something. Information like that is important, of course. But you know what? You got to rise above it. If it's petty, if it's gossipy, you got to find out the truth, of course, for yourself. So in other words, don't run in, you know, off half-cocked based off of what somebody else says or does. I do think that while it's looking like it's a slow build, right, you know, it's changing, and then it's changing to our Knight of Cups. And there you go, next phase of your life. Just don't let other people's yakking get you all confused. Make your own decisions. Make your own decisions with your own brain and your own ears. Watch and listen and learn it for yourself. Don't just listen to other people. Ooh, Angie. Oh, I hope that helps. Angie says, yes, makes sense. Great. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Whoa, that was a good one. That ooh la la card and the tower. Man, all I needed were those two probably. And I could have been like, yup. Oh, hey, till dawn. Happy New Year to you. All right. So we have got. Good, Angie. I'm glad it makes sense. Great. I know, Angie, aren't those awesome? Those are a lot of, there are some men in it, but it's really a woman heavy, at least in the imagery, a woman heavy deck for the art. All right, so we've got Love Tea. I want to say the Love Boat. All right, so Love Tea and Julie, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to write that down. Love Tea and Julie. Julie. All right. Love Tea. And thank you. And you know what? I didn't forget. And you want to know what's really weird, Love Tea? I thought of it, and I'm not just saying this because you're here. I honestly thought of it this morning because I had you and two other people, and those other two came back, and you're the only one. So can you believe it? And I seriously thought of it this morning, and you know what? I pick up on a lot of stuff like that, but it's always stuff that, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. You know, obviously now that I see you, I can see why I thought of that, but why, in the morning, I don't know. All right. I'm going to use the modern spellcasters Love Tea. The question is, will R reach out to Love Tea? Will R reach out to Love Tea? All right. The Love Boat. Oh my God. Okay. R, what is up with you? Are you going to be reaching out to Love Tea? All right. If we flip over the Tower or the Queen of Wands or the Devil, then I'm just going to fall out of my chair. Ready, go. Oh, I was going to die. It's the Queen of Cups. It's the Queen of Cups. All right. So our Queen of Cups, this is an energy that is about being a very good friend, having a good spouse, having all those qualities. This is somebody who loves everybody and who really wants to help everybody. She's she's in charge of all her emotions, right? But she's not in charge of all her emotions because she gets very sensitive. She gets her feelings hurt. She doesn't like to be criticized. So, this is, well, let's see what these are. Let's see what these are before I just ramble. Sometimes I ramble more than others. I don't know. Eight of Wands again. Man, oh man, oh man. Things are very strange. Okay, so is R going to reach out? Now, I don't have any swords. Swords is communication. Pages are all about new messages. I don't have any pages either. So I'm not seeing any direct line that says, yeah, communication. But we have our Ace of Pentacles. This is about, now an ace is a new beginning. It's always about a new spark. Pentacles is the suit of daily life. So your physical world. In this card, now, like I said, swords is communication. However, in the Pentacles suit, I always include like social media and time, because that is, social media in particular is one that I've kind of stuck in there, even though it's communication in a certain sense. It is all about, think about it. Social media is a part of our daily life every day. We're scrolling, we're looking, we're listening, we're texting, we're doing this. So it's about life. So let's see what that's about. Here we've got our Six of Swords. It sounds to me like you might have been waiting a while, huh? Has this been a little while? Sorry, has this been a little while that you've been waiting? I think so. If that is the case, well, and even if it's not, either way, we got some fast changes coming in. We've got some really fast changes coming in, Lovey. So this is talking about speedy delivery, brace for change, that kind of a thing. So I think something is changing. I think right now it's slow, and you are feeling Queen of Cupsy. You're feeling Queen of Cupsy, which means you're probably feeling like, hey, what's going on? Or why aren't you contacting me? Or why aren't you making a move? Let's see. I want to get an idea about that one before we pull our outcome, though. Like I said, I do that a lot, I think, of social media with that one. It also does include time. Broken heart. Okay. So this is not a broken heart necessarily like relationship. It's kind of like the death of something, like you need to let something go. You need to, put it to bed. It's like swords is the suit of communication, thoughts, and ideas. So it's like saying, you know what? I got to think differently about this. I need to communicate differently about this. So it doesn't necessarily always mean like heartbreak in terms of relationship. So nobody freak out about the Three of Swords. Justice. Okay. So there you go. It's returning to some balance. Does R is are you and R a past couple? Did you used to be together and you're not? Or is this like a crush person, like you're hoping they'll reach out? I'm thinking that, you know what, you're maybe needing some more time from this person and it's just not happening. But then you got to get it back in the balance. Things are going back in balance. That's what Justice is saying. Justice is our balance card. I mean, look at that with the scales. This is about balance. This is about truth. Justice is often thought of as the decision card. It's kind of about, fairness. I mean, what else? Something wasn't fair. Were you not getting time? Were you not getting time? Or were you not getting time? We're going to pull the outcome card next, but I'm really focused over here for a minute. The devil. Holy shit, we got the devil again. We're getting the devil all day. All right. So something wasn't right. And let me see, what are you saying here? Yeah, it had in the past. Yeah, okay, see? So there you go. All right, so I'm thinking time or something, right? Was it something about time? And then, you know what? That means that wasn't going well. Clearly, the idea was about a relationship or whatever, and that ended. Doesn't mean heartbreak, but it means the idea just kind of died, And then here, bringing back some balance in is what is going to get it back on track. But we got somebody here who is a little bit selfish, who is really looking for their own kind of fun right now. Or, sometimes it indicates like a controlling person or something like that. But this is somebody who's like out for immediate, satisfaction, gratification, that kind of a thing. Now, this looks like things were changing about that, though. That is what we're wanting. It's changing, but it's been slow. Six of Swords. And now it's moving. Does this make sense? All right, let's pull our outcome. And then it'll all tie together, I'm sure. Let's check it out. Ready? Oh, yeah. All right, guess what this card is? Well, it's a lot of things, but one of the things it is good for long-term relationships. It is for invitations and offers. I am not kidding you. This is what this card is about. It's often known as the wishes card, like the wishes fulfilled card, and that is true. But it kind of says like, well, again, it's good for long-term relationships. I mean, it's not about getting new invitations, new offers, things like that. You're mentioning here on the bottom that it was about commitment. Here's maybe where it's coming. There's been some changing going on. It has been slow, but it has been a change. And we're moving away from the devil and we're going into, no, not that one. Where'd it go? Justice, where everything's in balance. Everything's in balance. I think this has been upsetting to you. This is the best spouse, the best friend. I think it's turning around. I think it's turning around, Love T. And this talks about speedy change, speedy. And this is my near future spread. So this looks like you probably are going to be hearing something soon, or you're going to be getting some kind of indication of something. You know, you'll have some kind of clues at least. You know, you'll see what's going on. Ooh, Love T. That looks good. That looks really good. Unless that's not what you wanted and you're like, get out. All right, Love T. All right, Julie Zoot. Ooh, Julie Zoot. Oh, Till Dawn, you donated. That's where I'm getting confused. Okay, honey. Yeah, we did close the list, but I will go ahead. And just because I'm not going to be here tomorrow, it's New Year's, and then it's the weekend, and I'm not here on the weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll get you in Till Dawn, but then I am going to cut it. And anybody else who donates, I'm going to have to refund. So, but I will get you in Till Dawn. But again, any others, and sometimes it's hard because people are popping in because they're seeing I'm live, you know, so it's really hard. How do they know? They didn't know we were here. All right. Hey, Julie. All right. Till Dawn, you have 2, and you are up right after Julie, and then we are going to sign off for 2020. Thank God, right? 2020, get the hell out of here. All right, Julie, what would happen if I tell Mike that I'm looking for more than just physical, not necessarily relationship right now, but eventually? If he doesn't want the same, I will start to date other people. What will happen? Okay, we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to use the Anna K. Anna K. I will tell him that no matter what, just want to get prepared. Okay. So you want to say what's going to happen. What is going to happen? Excuse me. What is going to happen with Mike? Julie's going to tell Mike that she's looking for more. What is going to happen? Julie's pulling out her Queen of Swords moment. All right. Okay, Mike. Okay, that was a good one. All right. Let's see. Okay, energy. And our spread. Okay. Oh, boy. Look at the energy. The Lovers. What? All right. Now the Lovers, we actually all can figure out what that means just by the name and by the beautiful artwork on this card. The Lovers is all about long-lasting love. It talks about rekindling like a connection. It talks about kind of, you know, I don't know, twin flame and soulmate and all that. I always am like, but this is the card that would talk about like your twin soul, you know, kind of person. What? All right. So let's see. Let's see what this has to do with everything in here. Oh my. Okay. So, all right. So we've got the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Now, all right. Okay. We've got some, well, look at how many bright sunny cards we have, first of all. That is awesome. The colors are important because this is talking about optimism. All colors do have a meaning. And even if you don't study that or know that, you can just tell visually wouldn't this make sense? It's warm and lovely and all that great stuff. So lots of brightness. The Lovers is going to go on each. We're talking about a deep, long-lasting type of love. We've got our 3 of Cups here to start it off. So sorry. I've been coughing like that a couple days. It's like my throat is dry or something. I'm not sick. No corona. I think it's just dry in my house. Okay. So back to this. The 3 of Cups is all about kind of celebrating a new endeavor of the heart. So, you know, feeling pretty good. Now, here's another victory. Here is our victory card. This is the 6 of Wands. This is about like, yes, I have won. Now, look at this guy. I mean, the victory is good. It's like he just won the lightweight boxing, and now he's going to pump it up and he's going to try to go to heavyweight. That's not how it works, I know, but that's just the only thing I can think of. It means I have a victory. There's more to be done, and I want to achieve more with this, but it's getting a small victory in. But then we've got not giving up. This has, not, waiting or waiting and not giving up. It's about being cautious. Now, this is what you've been doing. That's you. And here's what we want. So very contradictory. Why is this sucker here? Let's see. Let's see, Julie. Why is this guy here? Why is our 9 of Wands here? Not giving up. Mike. 6 of Cups, nostalgia, because he still has feelings for you. He has feelings. This is our nostalgia card, like looking back lovingly as to where you've been. You know, if you're going to put up your little, like, for example, you call him up, you say what you need to say, and you're like, yup, that's what I say, man, that's it. There's you, right? Well, then this makes Mike think, wow, remember when we did all those fun things and la, 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 la. So I think it's going to trigger something. It's going to trigger something. We've got this. Now I want to know, though, what I need to see, is this with Mike or is this move on? I think when you say this, it's going to trigger Mike to think about the past, regardless. That's for sure. But is this Mike or is this somebody new, like a move on kind of situation? Or Queen of Wands again? Man, we're getting that a lot today. Look at how bright and sunny that is. This, when I ask specifically, is this a moving on situation, and I get the Queen of Rods, that means, yeah, it is. You're going to be the queen. You're going to shake it off, and you're going to just go forward into the sun, and there you go. It's your new opportunity to grow. Look at all that brightness. So I think when you say this, you need to say what you got to say. I think it's going to make him think about things and think about the past and see you in with those stars in his eyes. Like, yeah, Julie's great. And I do, and even if it's a thing like at first he doesn't call you, he's definitely missing and definitely thinking and definitely wanting. But I think somebody else has something for you, my friend. Somebody else has something for you. Let's pull our outcome. Ready? Go. No. Oh my God, Julie. All right, we got to do it. That's it. We got to do it for Julie because that one was amazing. Oh my God. We haven't done it all day, Julie, but you get it. Julie, there is somebody way more awesome for you out there, and I am not even kidding you. This is the Knight of Cups. He's the ooh la la card. He is the romantic movie star type of person. All of these things are there. This is you. That's who you're waiting for. That's who's out there for you. Mr. Dude, if he wants to be this, then he needs to change. And once he, not just think about how nice it was and how many good times we had. No, I love that. I hope you like the puzzle. And, that's great. I mean, yeah. But if that's all you got, and then you got physical, like we talked about the preview of the movie, if the preview sucks, you certainly aren't going to pay to go see the movie, right? Well, his preview is very questionable. We'll say it that way. And when I specifically asked, who is this pile about? This was about somebody else. You've got somebody else out there. This is who it is. This is who it is. And then these are, look at all of the other cards. Look at all of the other cards. Look at how bright and sunny. Look at that. Look at that. And then you put that on there. There's somebody better for you, hon. There's somebody better. There's somebody better. I think he will miss you. Or not even like he's leaving, but I think he will be like, oh man, we've had so much fun. Remember when we did this? Remember we did that? So I don't think he's leaving. I really don't. I still think he wants you. I don't think he does. I don't think that's in question. But he's not giving you what you need. And this dude, your ooh la la person, is out there. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. Sometimes this card indicates a social component. So, maybe this other person is somebody you already know on a social level or on a work level or a friend of a friend or, something like that, So for sure it's not Mike. Let me take these off and we'll do one more, honey, but I'm thinking it's somebody else. I'm sorry, but I really do. I don't think it's because Mike wouldn't work out, but I think it's because that's a bunch of bullshit that you're going through all the time. Is this, okay, so Mike and Julie, is Mike going to be the one? 3 of Swords. So that's kind of like walk away. Walk away. Look at that. Walk away. I said, is Mike the one? Well, guess what, Julie? This is going to, and I don't mean to be swearing so much today. I'm in a swearing mood. But guess what, Julie? This is maybe the conversation that tells Mike either shit or get off the pot. What the hell's going on? Right? Shit or get off the pot. And don't hold Julie up while you're putzing around and thinking about it, you know? And again, Julie, I know you want him. I know you do. But sometimes we get what we need, not what we want. And, you know, I know that sucks sometimes. But when you look back on it, you're always like, God, good thing that happened, you know, or whatever. And one last thing I'll say about that is energy's changing, energy swirls all the time. So maybe this conversation is going to make Mike shit or get off the pot. You see? And then it will turn around. I'm seeing it here, though, that it is, the cards are suggesting that somebody else is out there, and it is likely not Mike. But again, unless he changes what he's doing, he's making you miserable, honey. Why would this is no fun for you, I'm sure. You're welcome, Julie. I'll be anxious to hear how it goes. I'll be thinking about you. All right, Till Dawn, how are you? We've got some last minute ones in here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Till Dawn. She's got 2. And then we are going to wrap it up and wish everyone a happy new year. Yeah, wow, Till Dawn, you're my last reading of 2020. What? Well, at least on the show. I have private readings and stuff I do also. But you'll be my last show reading for 2020. Whoa. 2020. Have you guys been seeing those commercials? I think they're from Match.com, and it's the devil dating 2020. It's so funny. Oh, it's hilarious. Well, Julie, it won't necessarily die. And remember, honey, these are tarot cards. It's just giving you a snapshot of the energy. It doesn't mean that this is like carved in stone or in pentacles. You know, this is something that is giving you a snapshot so that you have the opportunity to manifest something different. See? So I always look at it that way. Happy New Year to you, honey. All right. Ooh, Till Dawn is talking about chakras. Okay. So I almost feel like my crown chakra is being activated. I'd be alone in bed and I get like a kick to the bed when I'm constantly astral projecting with visions. Ooh. So, wow. So that's, I got chills when you said that. So what do you think the question would be then? That is your crown chakra being activated? Maybe that's what you're wanting to know. And this is what I'm going to use before I even know the rest. Look at this. I don't know if you were here Till Dawn, but this is one of my new decks that I got for my daughter for Christmas. It is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I am not even kidding you. Now, I am not an expert in chakras, so that is not my forte at this time. So I'm sure this deck would have a lot more meaning knowing those chakra points and all of that. And I'm sure the imagery is partially designed around that, but as a tarot reader, it's still a very cool deck. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. So what is the message the spirit is constantly around trying to tell you? Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're using Chakra Wisdom Tarot for Till Dawn. What is the message, spirit? What is it that's around Dawn? What is it trying to tell her? What is it trying to tell Dawn? What kind of visions are they? Are they useful? Like stuff. See, a lot of times when I have things like that, it's like stuff that sometimes I'm like, well, what in the hell am I supposed to do with that? I don't even know what that means. And then later, in retrospect, I'm like, oh, okay. Like when my cat ran away, I had this thing. I was very worried about the doors. And I'm like, I was worried that I didn't want the cats to run out. I was telling everybody to watch the doors. And then within 2 days, she got out because the door blew open. So I'm like, I was talking to my mom, who's she's been doing tarot and all. She's awesome. She's been doing it since 1989. She also analyzes dreams. So anyway, I was talking to her about it. And I said, well, Mom, what am I supposed to do with that? I couldn't have acted upon that because if I trust every single thing I think about can't be a message, you know? And I'm like, How was I supposed to know? And she said, sometimes you're not meant to do anything with it. It's just you're picking up on it because your radio receiver is on. And, you have to work to get to be able to tell the difference as to what's just noise and what is important, what is a message, and that takes practice. And clearly I need more because my kitty ran away, but she's back now. But yeah, different. Okay, so chakra wisdom. Let's see, what are the messages coming in? Ooh, 6 of Wands. Okay, so the energy for the spread is 6 of Wands energy. This is all about victory. This is all about success. Notice her arms are up, victory. But the one thing that I really think stands out about this card is it's also for recognition. It's like being selected. It's like being acknowledged. Think of having that victory. You're being honored, in a sense, like a parade. That's what this card is about. You're being honored for your job well done. Okay. All right. So, wow. Okay. So what is the message? So you have been, you must be somebody who can really pick up on things. First of all, you've got that flow open. You've got that muscle exercised where you are able to understand where some things are going, and if you don't feel like you can yet, it must be like, that's what it is. That's the whole point, is because that's where you're going. That's what's happening for you. That victory of being able to understand, being able to recognize, and being able to act upon information is what you're being recognized to do, be able to do. And if not now, soon. Here's our 7 of Swords, though, right after it. And the 7 of Swords is kind of talking about leaving something behind. It talks about, is there something you're not paying attention to? That is like the first thing that popped in my head. Is there something that you might not be paying attention to? There's something that you're not seeing, that you're not recognizing. Swords is the suit of thoughts and ideas. It is also the suit of communication and truth. So there are 4 things that this can represent in terms of suit. So again, it's about, look at her. She's got all her swords in her hand. She's leaving these 2. She can't carry anymore. Are you spreading yourself too thin? Is there something in your life that you are not paying attention to? Is there something maybe that you're picking up on that you're not recognizing because there's too much going on in your brain right now, or whatever, and you're just not be able to sift through the noise? Well, I'll tell you what, no matter what it is, it looks like something's changing. There is something coming. There is something changing. This is not necessarily a bad card, like a bad change, I mean, even though it looks like fire and lightning and all this other crazy stuff that nobody would want. But it is, the reason that artwork is like that is because it's saying that this is a big deal. This is a big change. This is saying, like, wake up, and how fitting that you are literally in bed sleeping, and it's saying, wake up. Holy crap, I got the chills. All right, 9 of Wands is on the end here. Our Knight of Wands talks about being cautious, but not giving up. Man, you are getting something. All right. Well, first I want to see this because, yeah. Oh my God, I have the chills. Okay. So this is our cut card. This is the outcome energy. And we're looking for messages. So in this situation, it might be not an outcome, but it might be like more of a sum up message. Okay. Ready? Go. 4 of Coins. Okay. Holding stuff tightly. Okay, so the final sum up message. Now the beginning message was victorious, that you're being recognized as somebody who can do something with this information. Then this thing is, there's something left behind. This is waking you up. This is the Tower. This is trying to nudge you and say, there's something you're not seeing. There's something you might be forgetting or leaving behind or not noticing. And this is about saying, look, open up your eyes. Look, the 9 of Wands is saying, you know what? Be cautious. Not everything is a message, like I was just saying. Wow, I was just saying that. Sometimes things, like think of Freud. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but and Freud always thought everything was very phallic. So obviously a cigar would be a penis. If you dreamt about a cigar, you're thinking about penises. And then at one point, though, Freud did say sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. So like if I have a dream about a pink elephant, doesn't mean I'm going to wake up and there's a pink elephant. Yes, that's true. So what this is saying is some things are needing to be paid attention to, others are not. And you have the ability to decipher it. You're asking the question now because you are not able to know what's going on. You're like, why am I getting this? Well, the final message there is the Four of Coins. This means that you must be spreading yourself a little bit thin right now. Are you spreading yourself a little thin? You need to zero in. You need to zero in. It sounds like you might be spreading yourself a little bit thin and you're not noticing things. Now, I'm not talking like spreading yourself thin, like, yeah, I'm trying to do laundry and go to work and go to the store and talk to my daughter. Yeah, that's spreading yourself thin. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about, you're not maybe spreading yourself too thin where you're not noticing what's important and what's not. I think it's there, honey. I think it's there, and you just might not be seeing it yet. And it might be just because you're not, used to getting that information, perhaps. It's almost like a foreign language. Like you have to learn how to speak Spanish before you can understand Spanish, right? So if somebody comes up to you and you don't speak Spanish and they're like, blah, 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 and you're like, oh my God, I have no idea what they're saying. And then you take a class and now you know how to say, hello, my name is Denise, but you still aren't conversational. You're getting better, but you're not conversational. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but it's not like a physical language. It's like a non-physical. So let's see. Yeah. I mean, can you give us one more, please? I'm dying, man. I have the chills about this. Knight of Swords. Okay. So this is saying slow it down. This says slow it down. There are things that you might not be noticing or picking up on, even though you are. You're not like consciously acknowledging or picking up on them and on a conscious level. Your subconscious is getting more information than your conscious mind is, and that's why it's coming out in the nighttime. That's why it's coming out while you're sleeping. It's saying, joink, here it is. I'm kicking you. I'm saying, look, listen, something you're not paying attention to, something you're not seeing. I think maybe, you're just spreading it a little thin, perhaps. And be careful. Don't jump to conclusions and think everything is something important. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And it takes a while to figure out how to discern that. And so then we've got you have the chills too. I just saw the chest. And then I asked for a final one, the Knight of Swords. I mean, and this is talking about, recognize your truth. This talks about, like, look, it's got a sword there. That's about truth. Swords are always about communication too. So this, when you're spreading yourself too thin, you might not be picking up on everything consciously. And this is saying, you know what? You can't get all worked up and thinking, until you're listening to the whole picture. Sometimes a cigar is a cigar. But yeah, it's right there. Oh my God, Dawn. Oh, that is really, I'm not kidding you. I had the chills. Let me see what you're saying. You're sensitive and very empathetic. Totally makes sense. Do I have an email? Yes, I do. Let me write it up here. Modern Priscilla. Whoops, did I spell it right? No. Modern Priscilla Tarot at yahoo.com. If I can type with my hands reaching out like that. Modern Priscilla Tarot. Yep, that's it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, just put it in the chat. All right. Woo! Till dawn. Oh my God. And that, wasn't it perfect to use the Chakra Wisdom deck? Oh my God. Oh my God. My daughter must have given me that deck just so I could read for you my last reading of 2020 on my show. Man, oh man, oh man. You're a psychic medium. Oh, yes. Are you spreading yourself too thin? Maybe too many people are trying to talk to you and you're trying to listen to them all. Maybe you need to focus in. And I'm not sure, what suggestions, I don't have a suggestion on how to do that, but I do think that's what it's saying. I do. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding. I have the chills again and still, and oh my God. Oh, All right. So I believe you have 2 donations. Is that right? Yes, you do, honey. So one more donation question for Dawn. And then this is going to be my last reading. I'm going to put my banner up if I can find it. And there we go. And this will be it. Oh, Mustafa, honey, I'm sorry. We're just shutting down. We are just shutting down, my friend. I will be here. I will not be here tomorrow for New Year's Day. And then I'm not on the weekends, obviously, anymore. So I won't be back until Monday. But you can, oh, that was the question. Am I a psychic medium? I get it. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I'll be here Monday, or you can email me, or you can visit me on Fiverr. I do these mini readings you've got here, Mustafa. I do them on Fiverr. It's a recorded personal reading for you. I do them for $5. So if you're interested in doing that, I can do a deeper one too. My 12 card read is only 20. So I've got a 20, a 10, or a 5, a 10, and a 20. So it's pretty affordable, pretty cool. Otherwise, I'll be here Monday. All right. Well, thanks, Goddess Love and Mustafa. I'll see you next time, my dear. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay. So, Till Dawn, I understand your question now. I'm sorry. I did not get it before, but I do now. So, I'm not ready to use my other new one yet. Are you a psychic medium? Let us use Tarot in Wonderland. You keep seeing shadows and sparks. See, now I am not a medium, and right when you said that, it made me think of being a medium. It really did. Happy New Year to you, Goddess Love. Yeah, so Till Dawn, like I said, and I mean, I know a little bit about it because I'm obviously in this community and all that stuff, but that's the first thing. When you said shadows, because you said that a little earlier too, that's what that made me think of, as being a medium. You feel like you're being watched. Okay, that might be, and maybe you're tuning in, but you're just getting your radio receiver tuned in just right. Does that make sense? That's what I think. All right, let's see what the cards think, not just what I think. Okay, psychic medium for Till Dawn. All right. Okay. All right. So the energy for the spread is the 7 of Wands. And this talks about kind of, you said you feel like you're being watched. You feel like sparks and shadows and things like that. Look at her. She's like, there's things coming at her. Now, I'm not saying that these shadows and energies and all that are coming at you like the wands. Of course not. But the symbolism, remember, and it's Alice in Wonderland, obviously, themed. But it's about saying, you know what? There's a lot of stuff coming in, isn't there? There's a lot of stuff coming in there. And she is kind of like pushing it away. Maybe, now I'm not sure exactly how you would do this because I am not a medium, but maybe there is something you can do to just kind of open it up. Maybe, again, I keep thinking about a radio. It's like the dial, like one of those old radios where the dial turns, and it's like your dial is just a bit off, you know, like you just need to change it just a little bit. And then you will hear it better, or you'll see it better, or you'll understand it better, or you'll receive it. Do you understand? Like a radio. I keep thinking about a radio. It keeps popping in my head. So that's what, it's all, there's stuff trying to get through to you. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, Dawn. Holy shit. Holy shit. So are you a psychic medium? All right. So you know what? I do. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Here it is. Here's all the things coming in. This is all about, this is somebody, this is something, this is energy, this is that, this is the, whatever. It's all coming, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to process it. I want it, but now should I be afraid of it? Should I embrace it? What should I do? You know, that's kind of this. Well, this is saying embrace it, because The Six of Cups is here. People from the past are wanting to connect with you. People from the past. The Six of Cups is our nostalgia card. We're looking back in time. Now, obviously, it's Alice and the White Rabbit, but in the traditional imagery, it's usually like a brother with a younger sister and giving them like a little, here's your cup of flowers or whatever. But it is very much like if you had to write one thing, you'd write nostalgia on here, thinking of the past, thinking of the past. So I do think people are looking to communicate, and they're probably looking to communicate through you, not necessarily to you. So they're not trying to say, hey, Dawn, I want to tell you this. It is, hey, Dawn, can you tell so-and-so this? It's like that kind of a thing, because I feel like it's related. And I definitely think medium, because I think it's about people who have passed on, or energies from before, so something. It doesn't have to just be like, oh, I see dead people. It doesn't have to be like that, but I mean, it may be, but it could be just like energies from before that have just not been brought to the surface or have not been dealt with, that kind of a thing. Now, again, we're asking, are you a psychic medium? We're getting two things that are saying yes, and then we womp right into the next thing saying yes, which is our Queen of Wands. We keep getting the Queen of Wands today. The Queen of Wands is the person who is able to take everything and make, to take a pile of shit and turn it into gold. That's her. She does everything she touches is great. I mean, she is, I always think of that old song, like, bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan. I mean, she goes to work, she runs her own company, she goes jogging, she has kids, they're on the honor roll. She is, everything's awesome for her. You're being asked, I mean, obviously you're awesome, so that's true for you, but I think you're also being seen as the person who can help. That's why all this is coming through to you, because you're this. Well, you don't look like her, I hope, but she looks a little angry, but I don't know why. But anyway, that's coming. And then last, we've got our Emperor card. The Emperor, this is somebody who is very much a powerful, kind of solid leader type of person. It is oftentimes a card, that shows up when we need to make order out of chaos. We need to calm it down. We need to, get it all together. This also means, and this is very important that I want to point this out, it can be an older person's influence. Do you have somebody who might be influencing you, might be connecting with you, might be trying to get your attention? Is there somebody, and again, I feel like it's your radio. Your radio, hold on, got to get my paper. Oh man, we're in trouble now. The radio, and I'm thinking about an old-fashioned radio, not like in, digital in your car. I'm thinking of like an old-fashioned radio, and, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got all the numbers, and then here's their thing. And you're trying to get on, you got to turn the dial to make it go to what station you want. Oh, I want 96.9 or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the station, but, and you're dialing it in, right? Well, you're supposed to be on 96.9, maybe. You got to turn your dial a bit, because here you're really at 95.9. Do you see? So it's just like literally about, you got to fine tune your dial to get, okay, you got to you just want to go, and then you'll hear it. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, Dawn. This is a good reading. Okay, so let's do our cut card, because yes, I'm going to say a big hell yeah. And I think people from the past are trying to connect with you, and you're getting a lot of it. And that's why you just don't know. Let's see. I do get info, and I have an urge to speak. And somehow, whoever I speak to, be like, how do I know the things I speak of? Yes, because it's coming to you. It's coming to you. A lot of it is coming. You're picking up on it. And I do think it's people from the past. This card is the past. This is the past. And this, if there's an older person, that might be what this is here for. But nonetheless, if there's not an older person, it is, order out of chaos. If somebody's in chaos, I died and I didn't talk to so-and-so, or this wasn't resolved, or, whatnot, that probably feels like chaos to this person, right? So they need you. So they're trying to give you the information, and you're like, what the hell's going on, man? I don't know what to do with this. but it's because you don't have your dial turned on. You got to make an order out of that. You got to tune your dial there. And if there's an older person there, maybe who's passed, who might be able to help, maybe you meditate about and ask that person. Maybe ask for your guides. Maybe a guide is one of these older persons. You should meditate on that, or whatever it is you do that makes you peaceful and calm, and you can kind of do that. You astral project, so I'm sure you probably know exactly how to get in that frame of mind where you can connect. Let's see. Wow. Okay, let's get this. What am I saying? Outcome card. I couldn't even think. 3 of Swords. Okay, so this is all about you need to change the way you're doing things. This is exactly what this is. The 3 of Swords talks about kind of the end of one idea to do something different. Like, okay, thoughts and ideas, that's our swords. And it's like, okay, you probably think, you know what, I've learned how to do this and I do it this way and this is how I'm able to do it, or this is where I feel the most comfortable, or this is where I feel like I have a chance to get something more. What this is saying is don't just sit there, open it up. Don't have preconceived, don't hang your hat on one coat hook. You got all those coat hooks, right? You can hang your hat on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't just think there's one hook for your hat. There are plenty. And what this is saying is open it up. Open it up. You might not even realize you're doing it, but you might be like expecting it to show up a certain way. We all do that. We have expectations, this and that. Maybe you're expecting it to show up a certain way, and therefore, you're kind of unintentionally looking like with blinders on. You're like in here and you can't see because you got blinders on. You're like, okay, I see it this way. So where is it? You see what I mean? Ooh, and you're saying music is what helps you. There you go, Dawn. This is the advice, I think, right there. Very strong. If there is an older person that you know of, probably think of that person. See if you can connect. Or again, it might just be some kind of wise older, meaning old, meaning wise, like a guide in some way, not age wise, old, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm tripping over my words. I hope you do. Oh my God, till dawn, I had chills. That was the most awesome question and reading to have for my last reading of 2020. Oh my God, Dawn. Woo! Well, thank you so much. And thank you for your donations. Yeah, email me if you'd like to. I put it there in the chat. Otherwise, it is in the description of the show. It should be in there at least. I think it is. Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful new year. If you're going out tonight, wear your mask. Be careful. Watch out for psycho drivers. And if you're staying home, get your jammies on and go to bed by 9 o'clock like me. All right, friends. Well, thank you again. I have had a wonderful time, and it has been a great year. And I can't wait for next year because it's going to just keep getting better. And all I got to say is there better not be any more Corona. We don't want Corona. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.